that card will be filled with, you know, something else. Okay, so from the table on around, then I have this cabinet here. So up above, I have a resin studio kit from Hobby Lobby. I have the printer paper back there that goes to that old HP photo printer, and it works perfectly. And it's old, but it works perfectly. There's my cup that my daughter-in-law got me for Christmas, and then my mini 9, and just an and sign there. And then if I go up from this shelf and then over, I have this side down here. So on this shelf up there, I just have I had an Epson printer, but it was no longer working, and my daughter has one, so I didn't throw that ink away. And just a glass container back there, and then as you can see, just paintbrushes. That's all on that shelf up there. And then if you come down from this shelf to here, I have my Evolution and some stamp blocks, and then the cutting boards, pads that goes, embossing pad that goes to the Evolution. And then inside of these containers is brads, which I've never gotten rid of. And then if you open this, another organized mess, and I'm okay with it, because you could never keep everything neat and clean, especially if you're working on something. So I have all of my fabric in here, well, from here to here, and then I have quarters inside of here. You know, other than this old sheet, I have other just like cut pieces of fabric. And then I have like these yards, and I have some quarters that I had purchased from like Walmart, garage sales, things like that in there. And this is a sheet that I tear from a lot to dye or use for something. I have mostly lace and doily pieces here. And I have some fabric down there that I've picked up. And then inside of this container is napkins. And I don't have many napkins, but you know what I do have is inside of this container. And then in that container there, it's just some fabric pieces that, you know, is cut from something that it was big enough not to throw away. And then in that Budweiser container is stickers. Nothing but stickers. So let's close this one up. It doesn't close like all of the way. Down through here I have like wood pieces and some small canvas pieces. And then those are the two, I brought these from the Dollar Tree. I done like some tags with some pot holders that had like the fall theme on there. And I mean, if you don't use them for anything else, you can at least use them for the fabric. So I purchased 2 of those. You know, they come like one in a package, and then the pot holders come 2 in a package. So that's that. So it's from the dresser, refrigerator, this cabinet, and then this section here. And excuse my broom. next to it, I have like the envelopes, and then I have like a old scrapbook photo album. I kept the outsides of it, so I paint on it and ink on it and everything. And I have that big cutter that's next to it. And inside of these two containers are book pages. These are children book pages, and these are like dictionary and other types of book pages in this one. I have my ephemera in both of these. And inside of this one, it's all numbers. Anything that has to do with numbers, whether it be a stamp, washi tape, die cuts, or anything that has to do with numbers in this little container here. And then I just have some flash drives in that cookie container. And then if you come down, if there's anything that's a lady vintage in here, I just kind of have like everything separated out into things like I was mentioning earlier. This is oh, also lady theme too. I have like some book with some vintage glamour girl dolls, and then these are the actual cards that came in here. It's some vintage lady or vintage images. They're not vintage, it's just vintage images on there. And then this is I don't have much, but it's anything science related. I do have a vintage physician's book here in my closet. It's awfully small, but it functions. So in the corner here, I have rows of things and my tripod. And I have some cardboard pieces that I keep back there, as well as on the side of that dresser. These are projects that I've probably already made or swap, because I'm in a church group, a crafty church group, and we swap out and make things, and I keep them there. And then books here, and then in that brown container right there, that was my uncle's. He had like some old recipes and notebook paper in there that's already like aged. Very dear to me. And then more books here, and inside of that box it's like more photo paper and copy paper. And then my supervisor gave me that box when she went to Rome. It's very, very, very thick, so I just kept the box. I probably could use it for something. And then that kind of turquoise container is all styrofoam. And then I don't think I have anything in that pink container. I just never have thrown it away. And then in this green box that I can't keep closed, that I have to sit up, is all word tags. And I have to do something different with that. And then in here it's like kits, and then big tablets of like tracing paper, music paper, things like that. A couple projects that I've made up there. That old Sizzix, the little mini Sizzix. 2 empty boxes. And then these are various themed things as well. So I have all of my Mickey Mouse in that bottom one. The next one I have anything that's Easter. And to be quite honest with you, I think the top 2, well, there's something in the top one, I just can't remember what. Tea-dye paper and these containers over here. And then I use that box to spray with. Come down, I have more. I got these vintage books in the mail the other day. I think I had them stacked along with the books when I went to the bookstore, but I ordered those off of eBay. And then in that box is anything rose related, whether it be a die, stamps, paper, anything that has to do with roses. And then in that boot box is washi tape. And it's completely filled to the top. And it's washi tape that I don't really care for. You know how you buy the kits and there's just a particular washi tape that you want, but you have to buy the whole collection. So that's that mess there. And then inside of this box, oh, these are stamps and embossing folders that I don't reach for much, as you can see. So in the gray container, well, let's go here. So in this crate, at the bottom here, it's just boxes of stuff that, like in this one, it's like wrapping paper. And then that was a project that I'd done for someone, and it was just things that were remaining. It was a Christian frame that I had created for someone, so I just left what I used in that box. And then in the crate is nothing. I usually take that crate to work if I need it, so I haven't gotten rid of it. And then in that turquoise container is all Bible journaling items, stickers, stamps, my Bible, pens, just everything for Bible journaling in there. And then, as you can see, my toolbox here. And then at the very bottom, that container that's there is all work related items that I have to keep separate because, you know, it's confidential. This card here is all flower related. This card here is all cooking related, again, whether it's dies, stamps, books, or anything that's related to what's on the card. And then on this card, it's mostly tools and anything that has to do with wood crafting is here. And that bottom container, it's just a bunch of wood pieces, different shapes. And then napkin, cut up napkin pieces and things like that in that container. And then all of the tools and things like that on top. And then in the very bottom, okay, so in this container here is alterable things that you can alter. This container is Christmas. This container is fall, anything that's fall related. And then I have molds and things like this, clay and things like that in that container. And then in this container is like extra two-sided tape, glues and things like that. And that's not a container but a bag. I just keep extra glue, two-sided tape and things like that there. And then in this container is things like guest checks, bingo cards, game pieces, like all types of vintage items that I've collected over time. Vintage birthday cards, vintage postcards, things like that are all in this container. That's that. I don't really have too much in the bags. I think in this bag I keep like the flour and the wire, and I think this stuff is work related too as well. I just keep that in that bag. And then in here I have like my Cricut rolls and stuff in this bag. And then in this bag, I can't remember. I don't think it has to do with anything with scrapbooking in that bag. So that's the closet. It's crammed, but I know where everything is. So if you come out from the closet, have this area here. So if we go back and pan around the room one more time, from the closet down, I have this area. I have a bookshelf above, and then down from that, there's just some inspiration. And then my sewing area. So it's not much over here. Inside of here are needles. Inside of here are elastic pieces. And then inside of here is all the tools and things that goes to that sewing machine that I did a review on, the handheld, and my sewing machine. And then underneath, those are more fabric pieces. And then this container right here, I have laces that are like sorted out by color. And then I can't even open this bottom one too much, but those are all lace pieces, or lace, not lace pieces, but lace. And then excuse me, in this drawer are tools. This drawer is all embroidery, and this drawer are lace pieces. And I think in the bottom one, wire ribbon. And then my little handmade sewing pad. And then it's trim in that very bottom one there. And then that's my, let's see. Yeah, it's just trim in here. And then in here, it's thread and my snap hand tool. And then here is ribbon. Everything is ribbon related. And then I think that's it. As you're going to come from the door here, my sewing area, the closet, and then back around. Alright, I hope that you guys have a blessed day and that everyone is staying safe. Thank you for watching.